Okay, that's good.
Well, the Cowboys came into this game saying we have to block 91 and 55. That would be Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. We have not heard their name much, Al, right? Discover anything?
No, I'm getting there.
So that has been the story of the first half, is that mission accomplished for blocking those two guys, at least so far. Is that mission accomplished for blocking those two guys, at least so far?
Okay.
Is that mission accomplished for blocking those two guys, at least so far? A great throw right there.
Okay.
Impressive. Is that mission accomplished for blocking those two guys, at least so
Defense.
far?
Playoffs? Playoffs? You're talking playoffs?
That's what he said. Defense.
Playoffs? 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 You're talking playoffs?
That's what he said. Defense.
Playoffs? 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 You're talking. That's what. Okay. Well, you know, that's about as much as I can take of that, but you got to have a transition there. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Captain Jack here. We are doing the post-game show for all those that are out here. Hopefully we have folks that are watching here on YouTube. We got 5. That's always something. So, and hopefully we'll get some more folks that are here watching the show. We had some folks that were commenting as well earlier. And like I said, we're going to open up the phone lines in just a minute. In just a minute. Oh my goodness, where's my phone numbers? God, oh, that's why. That's why. Okay, yeah. Transition there. There we go. Oh, come on. That's why. Yep. Call in now, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I am going to put the phone up so that you guys, I know that when you are calling in. Houston Steve was calling in earlier, but unfortunately I didn't have the phone line up. So Houston Steve, I'm sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes you have technical difficulties. There are glitches.
Not only in the Raider organization, but the Raider fans too.
Oh, okay. Eric, I'm okay. Other than the fact, was a very, very hard game to watch today. Very hard game to watch today. And I'm not gonna make too, BS excuses. But I will say, and it was alluded to by my Packer friend here earlier. I don't know whether you got a chance to watch the promo show on Facebook, and hopefully they'll get some people that are over there on Facebook to come over. But Derek Carr has got to stop, I'm going to say it, being a effing schmuck. That's, about as nasty as I'm going to go tonight. But he's got to stop being an effing schmuck when it was going for a goal touchdown by putting the ball out and trying to hit the pylon. For some reason, Derek Carr's hands are not. I mean, I'm sure somebody will probably go back and will look at his measurables from the combine. I don't think his hands are very big. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're gripping the ball and throwing the ball and can spiral the ball. It matters when you hold the ball out in front of you and try to hit the pylon. It happened in the Dallas game last year. You guys know the Dallas game, the infamous, what do you call it? Index card game by Gene Steratore, who's gone on to greener pastures as the official that gets paid to do that. There you go. The game said it himself. He's got to stop doing it. Okay? I get what you're trying to do, but stop doing it. Do you remember what the score was at the time? We were down down a touchdown, I believe.
Your phone's going off.
Up, Steve? Okay, hang on, Steve. There you go. Steve, can you hear me? Steve, can you hear me?
I sure can, Captain.
Okay, good. I don't know. Hopefully my people can hear you as well. Let me turn up the volume here. Go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say that we've got a super fan. His name was Dennis Wiley. He's been going to Molly's Pub where I go for over 30 years, and unfortunately he passed away from pancreatic cancer. He and his wife Debbie ran their local Green and Gold Club down here. They're officially recognized by the Packers, and they've got his #1 jersey since he just passed. But I tell you what, I talked to the Green Bay fans after the game, and I said, you guys were great fans. I shook all their hands, and this man told me this story about Ray Nitschke. He met him when he was a little boy. He says, man, he looked right down on us and brought us a pop, and he said, you couldn't ask for a nicer guy. He didn't seem like he'd be a football player, but when he was out there, he didn't mess around. He just went out there and hit people. He was old school, but, you got the very first game, this is for your friend that you're staying with. Very first game I ever saw was the Ice Bowl game. Ray Hill called that game and everything. Back in '67, the NFL championship, and Ray Hill was down on the field because they didn't have him up in the press box. And as the game went on, it got colder and colder, and they didn't even play the instruments at pregame or halftime because they couldn't. The instruments were frozen. But he was on the field, and people were calling in saying, "Get that guy off the radio. He's drunk. He's drunk." And he goes, "I wasn't drunk. My lips were frozen. I couldn't speak."
That's a great story there, Steve.
I've heard that before too. A couple of good friends of mine actually played in the Ice Bowl, and they had said very, very similar things to you, what you just got done saying.
But Green Bay, they're great fans. Fans of the Midwest. They know their football. They're just down to earth. I'm from Ohio myself and everything. Buckeye fan, born and bred. But
we don't hold it against you there, Steve.
Okay, I was kind of wondering because I know there's a lot of Penn State fans and Michigan fans, but I was just going to say that I always enjoy going up there because what happens is when the Green Bay Packers aren't playing, Dennis, the person that we all love and everything, he would say, okay, you can have this room now. It's got the biggest flat screen and, it's got pictures of Bart Starr and Vince Lombardi all over the room and Paul Hornig and all that. They make it into a Packers shrine. It takes them over an hour to set it up and everything, but they get about 30 people over there watching the game.
Well,
and we
very cool.
I was going to say, unfortunately, I haven't had the time. And maybe if I get some time, I'm gonna try to do a video of this gentleman's Packer. Well, there's a lot of Packer stuff around the house. It's just wonderful. But going down into the basement area, or is it the basement? Or?
We'll call it the shrine.
The shrine. Well, technically the underneath of the house, the catacombs, shall we say?
The lower level.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This gentleman has got an immense things. I mean, it's gonna put my room to shame, but I'm gonna be very proud of what I'm gonna be able to display. But I would like to show this wonderful man's Packers everything.
Man cave.
Man cave. It's beyond.
There's a couple of items down there that might attract you.
Can you tell us what was the first Packer game you ever went to? That would be interesting.
That I ever went to?
Yes, sir.
It was actually, I moved to Wisconsin from New Hampshire in 1991 on July 4th. My first game I went to was actually the preseason game against the Patriots and the Packers. And the following year, I became a season ticket holder, and the rest is history. But
I tell you what,
I've been a Packer fan
when you
all
run
my
into
life. Go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to say, when you run into Green Bay fans, they're a special breed of fans, and they, like I said, they know their game. They're very respectful. You never hear about bad Packer fans. I never have, and they're just great people. You know, they're the salt of the earth kind of people that give you the check it off the back if that help you out any way you can. So I've got nothing but high praise for them. And like John Gruden said, Raider fans are like Green Bay Packer fans. They're global. They're not just. We've got. I'll tell you something interesting. We've got a Green Bay Packer fan club here in Houston, and they get 300 people establishment. That's how many Packer fans there are.
The Houston Packer backers.
Exactly. They got 300, and that's just one. They've got every place you go to. There's Green Bay fans. It's amazing. They're worldwide. They're big.
And I've got to tell you, the turnout of Raider fans today at Lambeau Field was beyond belief. And quite honestly, I never heard a negative word from them. The only thing that was negative was, "Can I get my photo with you?" And I'm just. But I mean, it's just great people. It was a real good time today.
What is that PF? The professional fans. The president of that is Steve Tate. I'm sure you've heard a lot of things about him. He seems like he's a colorful man.
Steve is Wayne's best friend and a really good friend of mine. Just an awesome guy.
We spent the day with Steve today.
No, well, tell everybody. You know, it's being a Raider fan and everything. We sure would have gotten Aaron Rodgers, but I know it's woulda, coulda, shoulda. But you know, it did make it any easier that we lost. But you know, in order to beat, we all know it. Rodgers and Drew Brees and Brady are a step above the rest of us, and we're all trying to catch up with them. Basically, we'll never really catch up with them, but we're trying to keep it as close as possible.
Don't discount the Raiders today, because I'll tell you what, mistakes equal losses. Okay, and I mean, you guys had a great running game today. Dave Carr, for the most part, was on his money. He threw some great passes today. But you can't have turnovers and you can't have mistakes, because I mean, when you take the balance beam out and you put the good plays against the bad plays, guess who's going to win every time? The Packers.
You can't. You've got to play mistake-free football if you're playing Green Bay. You can't slip up, because they're going to be at the top of their game now. Can you tell me why did Josh Jacobs go out in the first quarter? Was he hurt, or were they just because he was moving the ball? I heard that first drive when they got that field goal, but then he disappeared for a while, and then he came.
You know, actually, again, when you're at a game and you're not when you're not able to hear some of the things that that the people that are watching it on TV get a chance to experience. I mean, I saw that Jacobs went out, but you know, the way that Gruden's been using Washington as a change of pace, I didn't really notice that it might have been because of an injury. So that's just the way about for that. Hey, Steve, give me something real quick, and then I'm going to open up the line, brother.
Sure. Well, good luck to the Astros in the World Series and everything. This is only the third time in my lifetime of 59 years, and I just want to ask you a question. As much as we like Derek Carr, why does he stretch out like that? Because he did that also in the Cowboys game, the same exact result. So it was a touchback.
And I was going over that when I had your phone call when you come in. I said Derek has got to stop doing that. He has got to stop. This is he lost the ball in the Kansas City game this year. He lost the ball in the Cowboy game, otherwise known as the Index game, last year. Okay. And it's BS. Right. He has got to stop doing. You know, you would think the third time through, and it's probably even one more that I'm forgetting about. You have got to learn not to effing stretch the ball out anymore. Don't do it. And I mean, I understand what he wants to do there, Steve, but he's got to stop doing it. So, and I'm going to get into that when I let you go and talk a little more.
Great talking to you, sir. And on your behalf, go Pack, go and go Raiders. And we'll be back. And we're taking baby steps, but we're better than we were a couple years ago. At least we got 20 points on the Packers. And have a great night. And God bless.
All right. Thanks again there, Steve. We'll
Thanks,
see you.
Steve.
We'll see you next week, brother.
See you.
Thanks, Dave.
Was looking forward to. See you, sir. And by the way, everybody's welcome to Houston this coming weekend. Can't wait to see you shipmate. And God bless and have a good night.
TheUltimatePackerFan.com.
Yeah, go look at him. TheUltimatePackerFan.com.
I sure will. And you have a wonderful night.
I'll try to put it in the comments later on as well. Actually, in a little bit. Steve, take care, brother.
Take care. God bless. Bye.
God bless. That's Houston Steve, one of our stalwarts here. I'm hearing now that, and thank you there, Dusty puts in, he was x-rayed and was fine to return, so he went out with a shoulder injury, but he was okay. Carr's got to stop doing that because it was, and I was asking, if somebody put in that the score was 14-10. 14-10. The Raiders would have at least, in my mind, you can't always account for blocked field goals or swipes, but that to me is an easy 3 points. That makes it a 14-13 game.
3, that would have been a 6.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, at the minimum,
No, right.
at minimum, you go from 14-10 to 14-13, maybe even 17-14, but you can't stretch the ball out. You can't lose the ball on a fumble, okay? Let's just say it's 3 points, okay? Game is now 14-13, okay? The Packers get the ball back with about a minute to play. They go down the field, and again, I undoubtedly think that the receiver took the three steps and was out of bounds, at least 2 of them, okay? At least 2 of them, okay? So it goes from not getting the 3 to being down 7. That's 10 points. And that 10 points when you're already down 4 is the game. Packers get the ball back at the beginning of the second half, and I didn't get back to my seat in time. But by the time I got back to my seat, they're already up. We're already down another touchdown. That was the turning point of the game. The giving that touchdown off of that turnover with the officials not seeing that the guy stepped out of bounds. I'm sorry he did. But you give that 7 points. And another thing that I'm gonna harp on, and Dusty says that Derek Carr has lost 23 fumbles. He's lost 23 fumbles. Thank you for that there, Dusty. You can't do that anymore. Oh, we're going to see highlights over here on the halftime show as well. But you can't do that. Line is open, 813-699-0834. The other thing that I was going to say is the offensive pass interference call against Davis. Crap. That took away a first down deep in the Packers territory. I think we punted on that because they called it OPI and we went back. I don't think, and unfortunately I don't have my notes, but I don't think that the Raiders got a score out of that drive. I think they ended up punting because of that crap offensive pass interference against Davis. Okay. Turning point, not quite, but a very decisive moment in the game. Okay. As Wayne said, the Raiders were running the ball effectively. They were passing the ball effectively, other than Carr stretching that ball out. And Carr's pick when he tried to thread the needle in the end zone, trying to bring the Raiders back. But by then you're down, 2.5 scores at least?
Yeah, 20 points.
Yeah, 20. You can't do that. Can't do that. Line is still open, 813-699-0834. I'm seeing some of the comments here. Wow. Thank you for this stat, Dusty. Derek Carr has broken the record for lost fumbles by a quarterback in his first 6 years with 23. You can't win games like that. And I am not a Derek Carr apologist. I like Derek Carr. I think that he's going to be the quarterback that takes his team back to the playoffs. When that is, remains to be seen. But Derek Carr is taking his team back to the playoffs, whether it's this year or next year. And beyond that, we'll see. But if he doesn't get his crap together, it's going to be one or two and done, and we'll move on. Gruden will crucify him for it. Yeah, and I got the Are you in Norway or Sweden? I think you're in Sweden. Great guy. Thank you for that comment. Carr always has a loose hand. I'm not saying it's a loose hand, just that I don't think that his grip. I don't know what his hand size is. Sweden, thank you there, brother. I don't know what his hand size is. I'd probably have to go back to the Indianapolis at the combine to see what it was. But don't do it anymore. I don't think his ceiling is high enough. Well, Dusty, we'll see on that. Dusty, are you coming out for the Crab Fest? Hope to see you there, brother. Hope to see you there. That's in 2 weeks. Line is open, 813-609-0834. I'm reading the comments here, and please call. Mr. Peterson is in Sweden. He doesn't need to call. Well, you can, but it'll be a hell of a long distance, Bill. Okay. Jimmy Farrell is here. Jimmy Farrell, I know, is going to talk about his Yankees. Jimmy, I don't want to hear about your Yankees. We'll hear about your Yankees on Thursday. Okay. All football tonight. Just saying. We got a lot to talk about for football. Hey, Warriat, love you, darling. Good to hear from you, honey. I definitely want to. I'd love to hear from you to call in. I want to get folks on here. Oh, yeah, good, Jimmy. I don't want to. Definitely. I know you don't want to hear about him either. Section 104. Okay.
Look how wet it is over there.
Wow. We just saw highlights of the Niner game.
They're playing in a swamp.
Wow. DC's hand size was 9.125. That's small. That's small. 9.125 is relatively small for a quarterback.
I would say.
Yeah, relatively small. No, you don't need to be nervous. Come on, Warriet. Come on, babe. I know you. You have comments. Line is open, 813-609-0834. Jerry Lopez was commenting earlier. Let me see if I can find that. He's 6'3". Oh, see, we got a phone call. Hang on a second. I can hear you. Well, no, I thought I heard you.
Right here.
No. The line is not coming through. Hang on a second. Let me try it again. For some reason, I can hear the phone. Oh, no, you know why? It's not y'all calling it. I'm getting a call from home. So don't worry about it. Line is still open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. What do we got? Only Goff has a smaller size for that draft class. Okay. Wow, do you have, I have the, I need to clean up the lens.
Lens cleaner?
Yeah, lens cleaner. Please, sir.
Yeah.
As I'm looking. Brady had inflated balls. Carr can have thigh balls. Haha. Nice, Mr. Peterson. Thank you, sir. I need to clean the lens. Maybe that'll get a better picture. There you go. Thank you, sir. Hey, Jared is here. Thank you there, Jared. Good to see you as well. Thank you, sir. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Raider War yet. And the elder, A.J. Brayhew, says Carr has got to go.
I disagree.
I disagree, too. Carr can move the ball against great defenses. Bears and Packers, just mental mistakes and ball awareness. Thank you. Even when he throws the rainbows, need to put that zip in it. Agreed. He needs to have smart control over the ball. And by the way, Elder, Raider Rev, do me a favor, give me a call. I want to hear from you because you're going to say Carr's got to go. Period. You know, in the Navy, shipmate, when you say there's a problem, you got to supply the answer. You got to supply the solution, and don't say draft a quarterback next year. I get it. Give me a solution now.
The solution is David Carr is going to play like a quarterback and not a running back.
Okay. Well, true. Okay.
There's only a handful of quarterbacks in this league that
oh,
can get away with running the ball.
That's right. Unknown caller at 480. Who am I talking to?
Your girl, where you're at.
Where you at? Outstanding, honey. Okay, I definitely I need you to text me. Said that who it is, so I can put it in my phone, so it won't come up as unknown next time, hon. I appreciate you giving me a call. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Okay. Talk to me. You were upset about today's game, and like I said, I definitely wanted to hear from you. Give me your best. Why did we lose? Other than that, and what are your overall impressions of the game otherwise?
Well, I wish Carr would be more of a man with the ball, but again, it's not just a man team; it's everybody.
Yeah.
And plus, we're missing some people too. So.
Yeah. Now, are you in agreement with the elder, the Raider Reverend, that we need to get rid of Carr? He's got to go. You're allowed.
I can't say.
Give me your answer. I said I want honesty here.
I don't know. I really like Carr.
Yeah.
I have a crush on Carr, so my crush is kind of like overpowering my thoughts on how Carr is.
She had to think about it. She wants him to stay.
That's right. Okay, and my buddy answered it for you, honey. I'm gonna have him say exactly what he told me. Come over here, Wayne. Okay, Warriette, listen up. This is my buddy Wayne. Go ahead.
All right.
You know, like anything else, when you're asked a question, if you have to think about it, then that means he's got to stay, because you're on the fence. And if you were that adamant about him having to leave, it would have came front and foremost. So, David Carr, I agree that he needs to stay. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's got a great arm, but he's got to play within his means. And when I'm saying that, he's fumbled the ball 23 times.
Yeah.
He's not a running back.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off, throw the ball, do what you're good at. Don't try to be somebody you're not.
I think since that Colts injury game, it's a whole different Carr. I don't see that Carr like I did before then. Now, his whole mentality since that injury switch went off on him, and that's what I don't like.
Actually, I think that, and I know what you're saying, but I really think that coming from that injury, and by the way, yes, I know it's Derek Carr. I know I'm going to get somebody to say it's Derek Carr. Yep, Mike Sarah, right on. Okay. The other thing is that it and I knew as soon as you said that somebody's going to pop in.
I get it.
Point is that he's a asset to this team. Okay, it's an asset to this team.
Point is, he's trying to do too much. He's got to let the team work with him, and that's not what he's doing. He's trying to do it himself. You know, he tried to run the ball in today. Maybe it cost you the game. You know that's the bottom line. I mean, that 7 points. You know, you got to understand, it's not just 7 points on the board. It's taking the lead on the board, and it's a mentality. It changes the whole complexity of the game. You had a strong running game. Should have stuck with that. He was point on his passing game. So why do you try something that you can't do? You know,
what about the other quarterbacks?
Oh no, honey, trust me. You don't want Glennon in there. He's a statue. Okay.
No,
yeah, I know.
Glennon is a statue. And by the way, our third quarterback, Go ahead and talk. Go ahead. This gentleman knows about our third quarterback. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, Mr. Kaiser?
Mr. Kaiser.
Mr. Kaiser, you think it's bad fumbling the ball? Let him throw the ball. Green Bay loves it when he throws the ball on the opposing side. We'll catch it every time.
Yeah, Deshaun Kaiser, unless he goes to a voodoo magic treatment, is an interception machine. If we're gonna have anybody on, I would say give it to Peterman. Wariette, I appreciate the call, honey. I'm gonna pop over to the next caller, honey.
All right. See you later, Cap. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good
You
night.
take care, hon. 404. Who do I got on the phone?
This is Gamel, sir.
Gamel, Mr. Dean. Okay, I don't know why your number did not come up, sir. I apologize. Sometimes it doesn't do it. Always good hearing from you, Mr. Dean. Always good to hearing from you. What's going on?
I just want to talk about today's game.
Sure, that's what we're here for.
Okay, so I may repeat something that your previous callers have already said because I'm just now calling in, so I don't know what was said. But the thing is, Captain Jack, in my opinion, and we can agree to disagree, to me there's only 3 elite quarterbacks in this league.
Okay.
We played against one of them today. The other two,
yeah,
it's Drew Brees and it's Tom Brady. So we knew that going into this game that Aaron Rodgers was going to have an Aaron Rodgers-esque day, okay? Even though our defense has made improvements, a lot of our players on our defense are rookies, free agents. They're new to the system. That's really no excuse, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
My thing is it's with Derek Carr, okay? Statistically, if you look at his stats, they look beautiful. But nobody else, he turned over the ball twice in the red zone.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about the first fumble, the one that looked exactly like the same play that happened against Dallas 2 days ago. So clearly he hasn't learned from it. That when you're diving for the pylon, you do not switch balls into the opposite hand, and the left hand is not your strong hand, and it was fumbled out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah.
The second turnover, we were on Green Bay's 15-yard line. You threw into triple coverage.
Yeah.
Okay. You were not under duress. The offensive line had protected you well, and you still threw the ball. Now, that's 14 points. That's 14 points that we could have had, which meant that that's 14 points less that Green Bay could have had, or shouldn't have had, because they capitalized off of those turnovers with touchdowns. So if you do the math, Captain Jack, if we get 7 points off of those 2 turnovers, the final score is the Raiders 38, Green Bay 28. As horrific as our defense played, we still could have won that game. Those 2 turnovers made a huge difference. All I'm saying is that in order for us to get to that next level, if we want to be a playoff contending team, our franchise quarterback, who we pay $25 million to a year, can't keep having these brain farts throughout the course of the game. It's not going to work. He was 22 of 28 for 293 yards today. Statistically, I have no issues with him. But a quarterback is judged should have let Chicago back into that game. But the play that led him back into the game was the fumble pitch that Derek Carr pitched to Josh Jacobs. Now, I know in the press conference he said that it was an audible that Josh Jacobs didn't hear. I get it. But I played running back in high school. There's no such thing as an anticipatory pitch. When a quarterback pitches a ball to a running back, you make sure that the running back has the ball in his hands. You throw anticipatory passes, meaning that you throw to an area where a wide receiver is supposed to be, but never when it comes to a pitch. That play single-handedly let Chicago back at the game. I give Derek Carr the credit because in the fourth quarter, he came back. We were on our own 3-yard line. It was a 97-yard drive. We ended up winning the game. But there was no way that Chicago game should have been as close as it was.
Oh,
I knew that once we played a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers today, you can't have those type of bonehead mistakes because he's going to rip us a new one. as you just saw today.
Yeah, and I agree
I'll
with
let-
you that there's Rodgers, there's Drew Brees, and then there is that gentleman in New England who I despise, but I agree he is the top.
Wow,
the
you
top.
can't say his name.
Okay, I don't want to throw up. I don't want to throw up in my mouth. Okay, but I grant you, yes, he is the franchise, and that team is going to come back way down to earth when he retires. So yes, but I tell you what, Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback. People are saying that he is a bad quarterback, and he's not. He's making some boneheaded mistakes. I think he's in his 6th year now. He cannot do that.
Yes.
He cannot do that. But then again, it took Drew Brees a little bit to shine into the person that he is, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. I'm saying that Derek Carr is going to be the person that leads this team to a playoff berth. Whether he's going to do anything with it afterwards, that remains to be seen. And I appreciate the call, Gamel. It's always good hearing from you. I'm sorry your name didn't come up. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but apologies there.
That's okay. Thank you, sir.
Hey, great hearing from you, brother. And I'll look to hear you again. Tommy Beard's calling in. I'll let you go, brother.
Okay. Thanks, Captain Jack.
All right. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mel. Tommy Beard, how you doing, sir? What's going on?
Hey,
How you doing, brother?
how am I doing? I'm not talking about you when I say this, okay?
Okay.
There's a reason why I left it.
Tommy, before you go on a tirade, I am at somebody's house. Okay?
There is a reason why I left this show. And it's because of all the idiots that are in listening to this show. You all want to sit there and blame Derek Carr for this loss. But not Derek Carr gets no credit when we win. None.
True.
It's so I take it. So no, I take it.
I got you.
So when we lose this game, it's Derek Carr's fault that Conley, that fuck guy up there that went up there to Ohio State, they can't guard a fly. So I guess it's his fault. Carr's fault. It's Carr's fault that Worley sucks. It's Carr's fault that we went to a zero coverage with no safety help and Conley misses a tackle. So that's Carr's fault too, I guess. I guess it's Carr's fault that he has no number one receiver. Because now the dumbass is hurt with his foot now. The other jackass decided to play, I'm going to whine and cry and get thrown out and go to New England. Then he gets kicked out of New England.
Tommy,
So I guess that's Carr's fault too.
Tommy, I agree with everything you said, but I ask, please, and everybody agrees with you. I ask, please, because I'm at a gentleman's house, to tone down and I appreciate you not, other than saying the jackass. I appreciate you, and I trust me. I know you could do worse, so I do appreciate it. But please try to tone, sir. And I agree with everything that you said. I agree with everything.
There is a receiver up in Cincinnati that I'm telling you is not hurt. Go get AJ Green.
At what cost?
He's not
Tommy?
hurt.
At what cost, Tommy? What
Give
do
him a 1. Give him a 1 and a 4. Go get AJ Green, because I'm telling you right now, just like Jalen Ramsey wasn't hurt, AJ Green ain't hurt. Why would you want to play for that trash ass organization?
1 second. Tommy is one of my wonderfully enthusiastic callers. I'm giving you your props, Tommy. You're always a joy to listen to. That's
Tommy,
true.
you're dead on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure
It's
that
all good. You got to understand when you talk about a quarterback that he's the one that handles the ball 95% of the time. But teams lose, not quarterbacks.
You're right. Derek Carr, other than him throwing a pick, which did not result in any points for them, but in the fumble, which inadvertently resulted in 7 points, Derek Carr did not put 42 points up on the Raider defense. The Raider defense, and I appreciate the segue, and you are correct, the Raider defense is pitiful in coverage linebackers. And how long have we been saying that? At least the 15 years that I know. coverage linebackers and cornerbacks that can cover. And you're right. You are right. Pitiful in that. And like
Conley's trash.
yeah.
Conley is straight trash.
Yeah. Now, so the thing, and you know what? I was not happy with Conley today either. I was not. And Elder AJ Brayhu, good comment. What defense? Well, the front four is good.
You know, Tommy, let's look at the big picture, and it's
The offensive line. What was it? The first 2 touchdowns that Green Bay had, the throws. That offensive line was raping our D line. They were holding right and left.
Yeah, but Tommy, what about the passes that Derek Carr threw to wide open receivers? There wasn't a Packer to be had around him. You know, how do you explain that? I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, dude.
Yeah,
Then they turn around. And they call roughing the quarterback. The dude was falling. He was tripped.
Well, hold on.
Once again, when you got a prima donna quarterback like Brady, and you go, everybody else, the NFL wants to build up and protect. I mean, hell, they made a damn rule where you can't fall on the quarterback now because the prima donna bitch broke his damn collarbone.
Well, hey, hold on a minute. Rodgers got knocked on his ass after a 3-step throw, and that play wasn't called. That clearly could have been roughing the passer, and it was not called.
Hey, Tommy, you're right up on top. Oh, no. Okay, Ruben, call back. I want to give Tommy his 5 minutes. He's right up on it. Tommy, it's excellent, and it's great to hear from you, brother. All of your insight is dead on. You are definitely to the point on a lot of different
And I'm just going to end it like this, and I'm done. I told you the Astros were the best team in baseball. Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck the Yankees. Thank you for choking again. I told you. I'm out.
All right, Tommy. Thanks again, brother.
I love it.
And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I love Tommy Beard. I love Tommy. I'm saying this right to you. I love Tommy Beard, and I also love Ruben. And Ruben's going to call back in a couple minutes. I didn't pick up in time.
Okay.
Ruben, and Ruben is entertaining as well. You're going to love Ruben. Okay, Ruben, call back. Jerry Lopez, call back. AJ Brayhu, I definitely want to hear from you, brother. He's my seal. He's my seal, brother. Very good guy. Eric. Eric, I'm sorry to say, he's right. He's right. The Dodgers choked. And I lost a trip to the World Series on them because of the Dodgers choking. Oh, okay. Ruben, I'm going to show your comment. But I definitely want you to call in. He says, I'm glad Rodgers got knocked out. You know, to be honest, I was glad to see that too.
Why is that?
Because it was good to see. It was good to see him taking a shot. I mean, not a bad shot, but it was good to see because it means that we were at least getting to the quarterback.
Oh, you got the quarterback plenty of times.
That's what I got. Ruben, what you got for me, brother?
Okay, I'm going to play something that's about like 43 seconds long, okay? I want everybody to hear this.
Okay, Jared, 1 second. Let Ruben call back. Jared, call back in a little bit. 43 seconds. Okay, Ruben, does it have swear words in it?
No, this is Derek Carr. I just want you guys to hear this, and then I'll get into it.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and play it.
Yeah, let's see here. Man, I had it set. Hold on, I'll get it right now.
No.
Well, I had it set, but then I lost it.
No, just go find it, Eric.
Okay, here it is.
Go find it there, Rube. How you doing?
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
On the head on the sideline, just trying to make a play. I understand because like the ending of it is a fumble snare ball. I guess sucks, you know. But in that moment, it's so hard where you're like right there and you're playing a tough team, you know, where you're gonna need all the points you can get. It's like, man, it's so hard not to try, you know. Like that's everything I've ever been about in my life is to try. You know, maybe I gotta go two hands, right? You know, trying to extend with one hand isn't smart. That was stupid. But at the end of the day, like, it's really hard in that situation as you're running. Like, I'm not thinking about anything else, but, oh, man, I could get in, right? But it sucks, man. You know, it's my fault. I let my team down on that.
Okay, did you hear that, Captain?
Yes, I did. And I if I'm not mistaken, you can go back to a sound clip that Derek Carr said after the Monday night game or the Sunday night game against the Cowboys last year, where it was, I would say, almost word for word. I mean, I'm not saying it was verbatim, but it was Derek Carr trying to get the touchdown because he knew the points were at a premium, and he just overextended himself. He tried. He really knows how important it is. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But the point is,
the thing that he's saying though. People on the sideline are patting him on the head. Oh, you were trying to score. No, they shouldn't be patting him on the head. And if anybody should be letting him have it, ought to be Gruden. Okay. In the last 3 years, he's the only quarterback that's done this twice. Now I know he didn't give up 42 points. Okay, he needs to do a better job. I don't play professional football, and I can grip a football in either one of my hands. And if my left hand ain't my strongest hand, and I know I'm not real close to the pylon, I have no business sticking that ball out. Are we waiting for him to do it a third time? That was stupid what he did, okay? That play was designed to go to Jacob. Jacob wasn't open. And the minute he knew he wasn't open, I saw he wasn't open. Instead of running to the edge, because he couldn't make up his mind whether he was going to throw or run, he should have went up the middle, because when you run diagonally, you're further away from the goal line. He could have went up and got closer, not fumbled the ball, and would have gave his team another chance to score. That's one. The other one was Jacob going over the middle. Okay, they're not even trying to fool the defense at all. Not even using him as a decoy like they did when they played Chicago. It was beautiful on that last drive, okay, when they faked the run.
Yeah, they hit.
I didn't get to say that last. Yeah, there you go. And they went to one of the. Yeah, they went to the tight end. They didn't even try to fool Green Bay. I mean, did Gruden forgot where he was at? And then on the third one, you throw over the middle. This is why I don't like throwing over the middle, because you're not throwing over the middle towards the back. And he got held a little bit. They grabbed his jersey. They were holding a lot in that game, and we weren't getting the calls. I said this last week. I told you guys, and I got a bunch of crap because I went back and looked at the, the comments after the Chicago game. Oh, somebody call. Get them off the phone. What, because you guys don't want to hear the truth? Our secondary sucks. We've been getting burned, okay? And it started with Kansas City. Hey, this is what they did. Gruden and Madoff, or whoever made the call, we went out and got a receiver that we gave up 2 draft picks that's not even on the field. But they won't go out there and do that for a defender, huh? For no cornerback, no middle linebacker, nobody that we need on defense, huh? Because we need defense. It doesn't matter how many scores, how many points we score.
Ruben, 2 things. Wayne has a comment for you, and then I'm gonna say a comment, and then you're up on your 5 minutes. Okay?
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, Ruben, a couple of things. I don't know how long you've been watching football, for whatever, but I'm quite certain I'm probably your senior. But, every quarterback out there wants to be a Joe Montana. They want to be a Brett Favre, and there's only a few quarterbacks that can really do that. If you look at Brett Favre, how successful he was, Hall of Famer, broke all kinds of records, played through so much adversity.
Oh, yeah.
So hear me out, buddy. So much injury and stuff like that. Even though he held and broke all kinds of records, played through injury, everything else, how many times did Brett Favre give the ball up? He was known for throwing interceptions, but he was elusive.
Yeah.
Now, Derek Carr, all right, in his defense, Derek Carr is the leader of the team. He's the quarterback of the team, all right? In real time, he's surveying the field. Man, it's easy for you and I as fans sitting in the stands looking at him. Oh, he should have ran straight ahead. He should have handed it off. He should have done that. He's got the ball in his hand, out of his, looking out his side. All of a sudden, he's seeing someone come at him. His only open space is to run for that. He's looking at that pylon. That's what he's focused on, right? He tried to do the best thing in his mind what he could do. Yeah, looking back at it, hey, man, I shouldn't have done that. It was a bad move.
The best thing he should have did was hold on to the ball.
But if he would have scored a touchdown, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we?
He wasn't going to score a touchdown. He wasn't that close to the pylon.
Mistakes happen, dude, is what I'm trying to tell you. And he's only in his 6th year. Right? Favre played in the league for 17 years. Brady's been here for 15 years.
Brady's been protected, and the refs been giving him the calls left and right. Yeah. I saw some of the games that he's been playing. Look at what they did with Matthews. He got fined $12,500, for talking the truth? Yeah. They need to start finding these officials, but they don't. Why? Because the NFL likes to have these games fixed. It only takes a few plays, and they change the outcome of a game.
We're wandering off from the subject. I agree with you. Clay Matthews last year, in the first 2 games when he played for the Packers, he got fined he got penalized 3 different times for roughing the passer. In his 10 years of his career, he never got it once for roughing the passer. All right, so, I mean, we can talk about penalties, good, bad, winning games, losing games. It happens to all teams. We're talking about Derek Carr and what happened at today's game. All right, now, Derek Carr, your admission, you played the tape, he apologized. In his mind, again.
Yeah, but the play calling was bad.
Well, the play calling was bad in Green Bay for 10 years, too. And that's living proof. We got a new coach in there now. Look at the difference.
Hey, Ruben.
Look at the play calling versus the Chicago Bears versus what we did today. It was bad.
Ruben.
And if anybody says it wasn't bad, then I guess they're not watching really the game, because the play calling that they called versus what they could have called, they weren't trying to really score. He just thought that he could call what he did.
Ruben.
Gruden's calling the plays and thinking that we can get by and pass Green Bay. That wasn't going to happen today.
Ruben, I hate cutting you off, partner. I'm gonna close the line, but I'm gonna say one other thing to you quickly. Okay, you're saying about how we aren't going after things. I just saw a blurb, and I haven't been able to read the full article, but it says the Raiders are buyers before the trade deadline. They are buyers. They are proactively seeking help and support. This game will solidify the fact that we need help in the secondary.
Why'd you get rid of Mac?
I've been saying that since the Chicago game, and I got told a bunch of stuff for it.
Wait. Hey, Ruben, I'm gonna hang up, and I'm gonna let the call. But thank you for calling, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you for calling. We're gonna address that, sir. Oh, Mike. Okay. Hey, Mike. Let me give Mr. Wayne some knowledge first, and whatever time you're on won't count against you. Okay.
Sure, I'll wait. Yep.
This gentleman was asking me, why did we get rid of 50 Who? And that's what he is called on my show, sir. 50 Who.
Okay.
50 Who. We didn't get rid of 50 Who.
He get rid of you?
No, he got rid of himself. We asked him for a contract. We gave him a contract twice. We said, this is the amount of money that we have. He said that he didn't want to play for the Raiders. He didn't want to play for the Raiders. Raiders didn't cut him. Raiders didn't get rid of him. When the word was out that he didn't want to play for the Raiders, we got as much as we could for him. So that is that. I wanted to address that.
Right.
I wanted to address that because you all know how I feel about 50 Who and AC Who in Dallas. Okay, Mike, you're on, brother. How you doing?
Oh, good. How are you doing, Captain?
I'm good. Well, this is a good show tonight. I mean, other than what happened on the field, good show.
It's looking good. Here's the Raider fans. I know Raider fans. We love our team, man. We love our team, but we are so freaking blind when it comes to the reality of football. And I'm glad you got your Packard buddy there because that guy's very knowledgeable.
He is very.
We are so blind because we want to win so bad. We want to win so bad. We are so blind to what is really going on there. Okay, the officiating. Screw the officiating. It doesn't matter. Derek Carr, played terrible. Derek Carr did fine. The reason we lost that game was because our defense was total garbage. And I don't care if Derek Carr would have scored 4 touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers would have found a way to beat us today. I mean, we're going against a very good team, an elite quarterback. I just don't understand. Whoa.
Mike, you there?
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Mike, you there, brother? No, I'm still on.
I got this loud buzzing here. Hang on.
Okay.
What is going on? Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike.
Whoa.
You're on.
Hey, Mike, whatever it's worth.
Oh, hang on.
Whatever it's worth, Mike, you nailed it. You nailed it right there. Defense wins games.
I can't. I'm getting this major buzzing noise. Hang on.
Okay.
Can we get a major buzz too?
Wait a second. And you guys know I don't drink. I've had more alcohol since I've been here than I've had ever. Ever. Go ahead, Mike. Are you all right?
Hello. I'm getting some major buzzing through here.
Okay. Hey, Mike, I appreciate the call. Try to call back, brother.
I'll call you back.
All right. There you go. That's Mike, Sarah. Now, Serena was trying to call in, but Mike, you were there. Give him a beer. Oh, I'm getting another shot. Serena was calling in. Serena, if you're watching, there you go. Oh no, Valerie's calling. Good. All right. Valerie, how's my favorite lady? How you doing, bro?
Hey, good evening.
Always good to
How
hear
are
you.
ya?
I'm good. Mike, you're gonna have to wait for Valerie. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on,
Sorry.
Val.
Sorry, Mike. So I don't know. I didn't actually get to watch the game. I mean, it was streaming here and there because, we don't have all the games here in Florida, as you know.
Right.
But honestly, from what I did see, and I had to get out of a ton of the Raider pages on Facebook because I'm so disgusted with these fans. I mean, I'm pissed off as well. But, right away, everybody wants to blame Derek Carr. Was that a stupid-ass play? Absolutely. But like he said, in the moment, he thought he could do it. Next time, 2 times, he can't do it again. But however, whoever was just saying he could have thrown 4 more passes, Aaron Rodgers would have thrown 5 more. Our defense sucks beyond belief.
Right. The way our secondary was playing, even if we're up a score, Rodgers is going to go down and throw another score. He could have had, I'm not sure what it would have been a shootout. But yeah, Carr needs to play smart. You are correct, but he needs to do those things. But the way our defense is playing, Derek Carr is not playing defensive back. He's not playing a cover linebacker. So we need to have Derek Carr play the game he has and lessen the mistakes, Valerie. I know you agree with me there. Lessen the mistakes, but we need to find a secondary and linebacker that knows what the hell can play the game. Correct?
Absolutely. Actually, Derek Carr played a good game. He had a mistake or two, but he played well. And he can't continue to put up 24, 28, 24, and our defense is allowing 40 points. I mean, like you said, it can go into a shootout, but it will never happen like that because our defense couldn't stop a peewee, a little league team. I mean, it's so embarrassing. And this is not just this year. I've been a fan since 1975.
Yes,
so you and I both, we've seen the greatest, we've seen shit, and we've seen what we got now. And it's really, I'm still a Raider fan. I'm pissed off. You get mad, but the way these people attack our team, the so-called fans, it's embarrassing.
Well, ma'am, what you have to understand is John Gruden is only in his second year coaching the Raiders. It's a brand new team. He's got a whole nucleus. He's got Derek Carr, Derek Carr is going to be one of the up-and-coming quarterbacks. But until a team gets built around him, that's just what he's going to be. So you have to blame the team. Yeah, you've got a weak defense, but quite honestly today, your offense played extremely well. Derek Carr was on the money. He had a great running game. But when you go up someone with the experience and knowledge of Aaron Rodgers, and now Aaron Rodgers is not just a great quarterback. He's got a great mind. He can read defenses like no coach ever could. When he steps up to the line, he knows exactly what your defense is going to go. He lives and reads defenses. So against Green Bay today, it's not a good analogy of where your team is going. You need to give your team time. You need to give John Gruden time. And once again, they're out looking for players. Green Bay just didn't develop this team now. So just give it some time. That's what you
I agree. I agree 100% with that. Absolutely. And we don't have any wide receivers right now. I mean, seriously.
Oh, I don't know. You got a nice tight end today.
Val, I'm gonna disagree with you there. Waller is a Pro Bowl.
But Waller's
end.
not a wide receiver. He's a tight end. I'm talking about receivers.
Wait a second. Technically, Waller is a wide receiver that now plays tight end.
That's right.
Because he was a wide receiver. We have him as a tight end.
But we don't use him as such.
Okay,
no,
we don't use him as
Jones
such.
is a running back that scored a touchdown today as a receiver would have.
Right. And the other thing is that, we have Ty Williams out with plantar fasciitis. Don't count on him coming back at all. But Doss, Aitman, Zay Jones, Those are some good young receivers with the quantitative word of young. Zay Jones,
Yeah.
Marcel Aitman, and Keelan Doss. That's a rookie, a second-year guy, and a third-year guy that just came over to the team. Give these guys time to develop with Carr. Aitman already has that from last year. He needs more time. Doss will develop, and Zay Jones will get the playbook. So we have receivers. We just need to utilize them. And once people start double and triple covering Waller, you'll see those guys open. Now it's up to them to make sure that they catch the effing ball.
Just like Green Bay today with VMS, you got Geronimo Allison. These guys are just coming into their second year. You saw Lazard last week.
Yeah.
It's his first year pro. You got guys, you got Jake Kumro today. I'm talking Green Bay now. Jake Kumro, his first year as a starting Packer. These guys all stepped up. We got Devontae Adams out, our star receiver. So you got a great secondary core of receivers that need playing time and they need experience. And when you're in the practice field, you're not out there running for your ass. And excuse my language. Not every team is like the Patriots. They get to practice 16 games out of the year and then go right into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this. One last thing I want to say is that with the schedule that we have, that bullshit of 6 games away, going across the seas, now going across the country, back and forth for 3 and 3, I'm okay with that.
Not bad.
Honestly.
That's right.
The captain's going to run the ship. What's your problem?
The what?
He says I'm running the ship. I tell you what, if I ever did run the ship, boy, I tell you, you'd like my changes.
I'm saying Captain Jack going overseas. That's where I'm going. Just a little bit of humor.
No, but seriously, I'm not look at they've only predicted us to win 4 games all year, and we've already won 3, and I think we've gotten through the toughest so far.
Yeah, and Valerie, because I love you, and you know I do, this shot's for you.
And one from the Ultimate.
There you go. One from Ultimate for you as well. Always good hearing from you, honey. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Check me out on the ultimatepackerfan.com.
ultimatepackersfan.com. Make sure you guys go there. Great guy. And another fireball. My viewers are not accustomed to seeing me drink.
This is only 5.
I know. Trade for Devontae Adams. Actually, wait a second. Now, is he in the last year of his contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not going.
We don't need to trade for him. He will be a free agent at the end of the year, and the Packers will sign him up again.
Guaranteed.
Because he is Aaron Rodgers' favorite receiver. Now, if Devontae Adams wants to play with Derek Carr again, because they worked together at Fresno State.
Yep.
They worked together at Fresno State. That will be on Devontae Adams. He's a free agent at the end of the year. Now, if the Packers want to re-up him early, they might do that. But ask Devontae Adams if he wants to be a Raider. That's Devontae Adams' decision. Line is open, 813. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're reconnected. We're reconnected. I'm getting rid of Windows to make sure that I had some Windows on that were slowing the process down. Yes. Okay, good. There we go. Jared, good to hear from you, brother. How Jared?
Good, Captain Jack. How you doing?
I'm good. And like I said, Jared, I'm going to give you, Jared is my Pittsburgh caller, calls every show. Great knowledge. Talk to me, brother.
Yes.
What's going on today?
Well, it's been a very quiet day in the Steel City today, Howard. Nothing going on, Howard. I mean, the weather's been nice and everything, Howard, so I can't complain. And I was watching the Dallas game just now, and Dallas is just absolutely blasting the holy hell out of freaking Philadelphia tonight. I thought Philadelphia would at least put up a fighter's chance, but seems to be back on his game tonight, Howard. They're up 27-10 going into the fourth quarter.
Okay. Well, I know that every Packer fan that I was talking to today, they absolutely could not stand the the Philadelphia fans that rolled in here. Remember, the one loss that the Packers have this year was to Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yep.
were all, and it was kind of like, who do you want to root for? The Antichrist or, Hitler? But in
Right.
this equation, they were all, to a person, they were all rooting for Dallas, and they hate Dallas, but they were rooting for Dallas tonight against the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm looking at the scores today. I mean, Miami continues their lackluster play. Cincy continues to be lackluster. However, they lose by 10. So right now, you still got the battle. 0 teams there who haven't picked up a win. The Frisco game was an absolute yawner, 9-0. I was absolutely boring beyond words. And then I'm looking at the other. Yeah. And then Baltimore goes out to Seattle and beats Seattle, which really surprised me that they did that. I thought Seattle at least put up a fight, however, they didn't. The Bears tried their hardest. Trubisky coming back with the Saints, of course, hung on there. And the Chargers, unfortunately, got zapped at the end, however, with Melvin Gordon making a key fumble in the fourth quarter and costing the game there.
So the Chargers lost today?
23-20, yep.
Okay, well, good.
Yep.
That's the
so,
quick version. Yeah.
The Chargers continue. The Chargers are still and then Barkley turned today. He had 72 yards rushing and a touchdown, however, but the Giants lost to the Cards there 27-21. But yeah, the Chargers, I mean, apparently are still bitter after last week's defeat, however, when Pittsburgh went in there and basically took the city, however, and made it Pittsburgh West at least for 1 week, however, and played them they were bitching about that.
It's going to happen again when the Raiders go into L.A. at the end of the year in December, and I will be there.
Yep.
And it will be Oakland South.
Exactly. But Carr tried his hardest. That's all you can say today. I mean, Rodgers just was too damn good throwing the football today. Although I did question a little bit of the officiating early on. How with that one pass interference call, I mean, when they got a first play, I'm sorry, he didn't barely even touch him, and the referee just was bad on that call.
Thank you.
Yes.
And unbiased.
I mean, I was thinking of you when that happened. I'm saying Captain Jack screaming right now, like, what the? I said, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I said I watched that replay twice already. I mean, I've seen that twice now. But yeah, it says Titans stopped LA 3 times in the final moments of the game. However, but yeah, when I saw that replay, it's like, are you kidding me? And your Gators come up with a big comeback win against South Carolina, but next week they got the big game against Georgia. I mean, we got some good games next week. We got Notre Dame, Michigan.
We got a bye before we go into Georgia, and we're going to need that bye.
But we got Wisconsin against Ohio State next week.
That's the big game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. And Wisconsin's coming off that 31-point underdog roll against Illinois, and they've got to go play the Buckeyes. To me, I mean, I'm still not sold on the Buckeyes. I'm sorry. I mean, if my first 4 right now, I'm looking at Alabama, Clemson, LSU, and I'm putting Oklahoma in the conversation now. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is just too damn good right now. And if there's a 5th and 6th, it's Penn State and Ohio State. But again, those two play each other, and one of them's going to have to be canceled out soon. But Penn State last night, I mean, they played good in the first half. However, with KJ Hamler, who is the human joystick, we all know him. And the second half, they kind of let up a little bit, but it was a good win in front of 111,000 people. I had a few people at that game last night. I talked to them today. They said it was absolutely chaotic up at the college last night. It was absolutely chaotic.
I watched a little bit of it last night before I had to go up and get my stuff together. And that always takes a rigmarole of time. But, Jared, it's always great hearing from you. Like I said. I
want to ask Jared one thing.
Okay, get ahead.
Jared, one thing real quick. Kind of interesting.
Sure.
I'm from New Hampshire, live in Wisconsin. I read the largest newspaper publication in New England on a daily basis.
Yes.
Today, there's a well-known sports publicist that predicts game scores. And obviously, being in New England, he's a great Pats fan, and his predictions are pretty much spot on. It's amazing, how well he does. However, when he went to predict the score of the Patriots Jets game, his only comment was, "It's not going to be a walk in the park like it was last week." I'm
going to go against him. I mean, it is going to be a walk in the park for New England because think about it, okay? The Jets, they beat Dallas last week by only 2, but think about it. Le'Veon Bell has not been a factor that much. Darnold is going to have to be on his A game tomorrow night. There's no way in hell that's going to happen when you got Brady and you got Michelle and all those guys. Yes, they don't have Josh Gordon tomorrow night, but the Patriots should absolutely kick the snot out of them tomorrow night. I mean, they got Cleveland the following week.
But you've also got Donaldson that just came back. It'll be his second game, after being out, damn near the whole season.
Right.
So,
sure.
He made a statement last week, and you know what? The Patriots combined, of all the games, they played 6 games so far this year, the combined record is 3-9, and 3 games were won by Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Buffalo and Buffalo won again today. You want to talk about a surprise right now in that East, however, that's giving the Patriots at least a little bit of trouble. It's been the surprising Bills, however, at 5-1 right now. I mean, go figure. That's been a little bit of a surprise. So even with Josh Allen going down, they have not much to. I mean, they have Frank Gore and John Brown, but Josh Allen, despite the injury, however, at one point, however, they have played pretty damn good. At the beginning of the season, if you told me they were 5-1 at this point, no way in hell. They would have been like maybe a 3-3 team.
And if Josh Allen didn't go out with a concussion when they were playing the Patriots,
they would be 6-0.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Hey, Jared, love you, brother. Thanks for calling in. We'll see you on the next show as well.
Jared, you're spot on.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
All right.
All right.
That's my boy Jared calling from Pittsburgh. And again, I enjoy hearing from him because great analysis as well. Great analysis as well. I'm going to go back and read some of the comments. Fireball does go down smoothly. That's true. Valerie, again, 30,000 miles. Crap.
Mike, where are you? Call us back.
Yeah, Mike, Sarah, we're waiting on you again. Hopefully you got that phone fixed. Elder, AJ, call in. I want to talk to he's the elder, pastor of a church.
All right.
Call him Raider Rev. Great guy. He's getting married in December. I'm actually missing the game to go to Vegas to go see his wedding. Hopefully, Elder, because I might not be able to go. Mike, Sarah, thanks for calling back, brother. How you doing?
Oh, good. I don't know what the heck that was. I had some severe buzzing on my phone.
Okay.
Maybe the government's breaking in or something. Who knows?
I don't know. Don't say that.
Hey, it's a conspiracy theory, man. The Raider fans were all freaked out. Everything's conspiracy theory, man. They're the whole against us, man. It's just a horrible deal.
That's right. You got a good 3 minutes to talk before I have to boot you.
And you guys, just so you know who I am, who I am part of the PFUFA, Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association, a brother of your former great Raider fan, Raider Ron. So, I am united in that way.
Yeah.
Well, good. Hey, I tell you what, I'm glad we got a party in here to, I love Raider fans, but we are so passionate about our team, and we're blinded by a lot of things. And, and everybody was like, oh, we're going to be able to handle Green Bay. I think we'll be able to go in and beat Green Bay. And I even told you on my last show, your last show, I thought it was going to be tough, man. You cannot go in Green Bay and just beat Green Bay. Always takes care of the Raiders, man. Yeah, they always beat. They said they beat us like the last 8 times we played.
Something like that. Now, actually, Steve Tate, who is the president of the PFUFA, he had us do a live before the game, and both Wayne and I were able to do our prognostications. I'm way off. I thought it was going to be a lot closer of a game, but then again, stuff happens and it rolls downhill. I expected our defense to play a hell of a lot better, but I was off. But I'll admit it when I'm off. I'll do that. But,
no, and I know I was very encouraged by the way our defense played the last couple of weeks. But as you can see today, Chicago's offense is terrible. Yeah, but the Colts' offense is good, so we did well against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I just you can't win games when you're leaving guys wide open, when you're missing your assignments, when you have no pass rush. I don't know what's going on with our. I don't understand. I'm almost kind of blaming Gunther because, to me, it just doesn't seem like he has the defense going in the right direction. Everybody seems lost out there.
And actually, I'm glad you said that. That's my segue, and I'm going to give you, like I said, about a minute on that to go. The Elder.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go because I got that buzzing noise again. But we'll talk to you next show.
Okay.
See you, Mike.
Hey, thanks again, brother. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mike.
Raiders. Bye.
All right. Bye. Mike Sarah was calling. Unfortunately, he's getting buzzed again. Yeah, pun intended. Elder, was talking about, and I saw it in your comments there, shipmate, you saying that you can guarantee you that Gunther is not going to be here by the end of the year. I think that might be possible, but why do you think that said, and mark my words, Gruden too? Brother, I definitely want to hear from you. That's a strong statement. That's a strong statement. As we've said, and I got to move my chair because my butt's falling asleep. We are 3-3 with our losses being to a Super Bowl contending Packers team, with the loss being against a Vikings team which we had no answer for. We came out flat, and Cousins had a field day, and they ran the ball. And a Chiefs team which had our number and played well. Those are our 3 losses. Those are 3 very strong teams to lose to. Now, you throw it against our wins. We beat a very good Bears team. Granted, they didn't have their quarterback, but we beat a Bears team where their defense is their asset.
They're not based on offense.
Right. We beat their defense. That's our win. We beat the snot out of the Broncos. So, okay, yeah, everybody beats the snot out of the Broncos.
This year.
But we also beat a very good Colts team, which beat the Houston team that we're going to be playing this next week. The Colts who beat the Chiefs and the Colts that beat the Houston Texans. We beat them.
Okay, let's be real. In all reality, when the schedule comes out at the beginning of the season, you look at your schedule and you say, win, loss. I'm going to give us, a 10-6 season. Out of those 6 games, you said you're going to lose. Green Bay, Kansas City, Minnesota Vikings. I can guarantee every one of you Raiders fans agrees with me.
Yeah.
The Bears might even been in there because the NFC is such a strong conference. There's no 2 ways about it. So you got to take that from there. You're only 3-3. Remember Green Bay 2 years ago when Aaron Rodgers said we're going to run the table? What did we do? We ran the table. You got a young team. You got a new coach. You're just gelling together now. Give it time. You guys got everything it takes.
Yeah.
You got everything you got it all. You just got to play it out.
I agree. Thank you, sir. It's good to hear positive response again from an unbiased source. Hopefully we're I see we're spinning. That's not a good thing.
Well, they didn't like what I had to say.
No. Hopefully that the broadcast is still on. If you're still here, give me a comment so I know that you're still here. The line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I'm going to get rid of that. Maybe I can't get rid of anything else. So no, I got to keep that on. I got to keep all the rest of these things on.
You can't get rid of your wife.
No. Hopefully the broadcast is still going. Yes, it's good live stream. There we go. Thank you. Defense coordinator must go here. Thank you, brother. I wanted to make sure that we were still here. Line is open and good. There is our call. Unknown caller, 912. Who am I talking to?
This is Williams. Going on, Captain Jack? How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Williams. I don't. Did it show up over there?
I wasn't here.
You're Mr. Wombat, correct?
Yes, sir. That is out. Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't have my phone close to me. Hang on a second.
Oh, all right.
And
all good.
It didn't show up. It didn't show up in the in the number, but sometimes it shows up on my phone. Give it some time, Mr. Wombat. Always good to hear from you, brother. What's your take today?
Well, you heard me last show. I picked the Raiders to win, and I was sticking with my guns, and I still stick to my guns that this team has what it takes. If they really want to get to the playoffs, they can do it. But you can't go around giving up 42 points and expect to win.
No, brother. That's right.
That's just the way it is. Like,
yeah,
bad calls or whatever, you drop it. I give you another score. In fact, Detroit Lions
put up 30 on Minnesota today, but they gave up 42 points. And guess what? They lost the game.
Right.
So
right. So and
so
again,
I don't.
And again, we play the Lions in 2 weeks.
Yup.
We play the Lions
exactly.
in 2
So
weeks.
it's on.
So that is going to be
They
a
certainly
tough
do.
game.
So
that's going to be a tough game. Don't be
Absolutely.
sleeping on the Lions. So
I'm not sleeping on any team. I'm still sticking to my guns. If this team wants to win games, every game is winnable.
William,
But when they are doing stupid stuff today, like they did today, it's gonna happen.
William, I've said this time and time again. Aaron Rodgers can put up 60 points a game, and if the defense allows 61, what the hell good is it?
You're gonna lose.
Exactly. So
defense wins
you know,
games. If you don't believe me, look at the 2004 Baltimore Ravens with Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, that's just some bad.
That is the
I
problem.
mean, look at Tampa Bay. When they,
You're exactly right.
Oh,
hey, I hate to say, I was there. I was a young man. That hurt me. That was my first time seeing the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
With no disrespect.
You know where I'm from again, William, right?
I'm sorry?
You know where I live, right?
I do, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
I was going to say, shame on you. Shame on you.
With no disrespect to John Gruden. I think John Gruden, he's proven himself. He was the youngest coach to ever win a Super Bowl. However, people forget that John Gruden took over Tony Dungy's team.
Oh, absolutely, that was done. Everyone, most people know that was Dungy's team.
Not everyone knows that. You got to go back a few years.
Yeah. But actually, and I like your analogy, but I'm gonna do it one better. When Tony Dungy won his Super Bowl
with the Colts, whose team was that?
Good point.
Whose team was that? It was Mr. Playoffs. Playoffs. It was his team,
right?
And Tony Dungy tweaked the defense because that's what he was asked to do. But Tony Dungy tweaked Jim Mora's team and won his Super Bowl.
That's right.
Gruden had Tony's team, so it worked out both ways. How about playoffs? Playoffs? We're talking playoffs.
But
we don't know diddly poo about anything.
But Tony Dungy.
They're trying to win a game.
That's it.
Tony Dungy never got credit
but
for the Tampa Bay.
I just want to say this real quick, and get this off my chest. As far as I'm concerned, at this point, if anyone out there, people allowed to their opinions and their thoughts, that's cool. But if you really still hate Derek Carr that much, just get off the bandwagon for Derek Carr because he can come out and throw for 500 yards in a game, and people still gonna find a reason to be mad at him.
That's been our argument all night there, William. That's been our argument all night.
I still have Carr's back.
That's
all right. You can't forget the fact that Sharp had that offensive holding call that called back that touchdown. He had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, he fumbled. Yeah, that was a bad pick, but he still played well in my opinion. So, if y'all mad that he didn't get enough sacks or interceptions, then I got nothing. Like, I still think Carr should be the QB going forward. I'm not giving up myself personally. I'm not about to give up on him yet.
Okay, well,
I don't know. I just see a lot of vitriol from people, and I'm not really sure why. I get it. I find if you really feel that way about him, that's cool. But to me, nah, man, I can't put this all on Carr. Nah, I think he played a good game.
Right. Well, he didn't. Okay, he played a better than average game. He played a decent game.
Decent game? Okay, decent. Okay.
And the reason why is because, like I said, he did throw a pick in the red zone, and he did fumble the ball that immediately got 7 points back. So
right.
I get that. Now Derek Carr did not give up 42 points. The defense did. But he was instrumental in some of the bad players that could have put 14 points up for us.
Oh, absolutely. But there's just there's things that could have gone either way for this team. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with everything what you said, but myself, like as a whole, I don't think Derek Carr should just be thrown under the bus.
No, and it's like
that's what I'm seeing from a lot of people. So I just feel like at this point, if you still hate Derek Carr that much, I just don't really think you're ever going to accept him as a quarterback for the Raiders.
There you go.
And that's fine.
That's right. And I got 2 good friends on here. I got Ed Winchell and I got the elder A.J. Brayhew. that if you mention Derek Carr's names, they and the elder being the Raider Reverend himself breaks out in Tourette's syndrome. You know, he breaks out. No, granted, I'm saying that not sarcastically because I know Raider Rev. Trust me, he doesn't swear very much. Okay, he's a great guy.
Okay.
The Reverend does not swear to my knowledge. Okay, but if you talk about Derek Carr, he'll go in fits and spasms, as does Ed. And they're my great friends. I love them to death. But everybody's entitled to have their opinion. My opinion is like you. My opinion is like you. Give me somebody else that's going to bring this team to a playoff that's available, that's on our team, right? Especially that's available right now or is on our team right now. The answer is Derek Carr. There is no other answer.
Yes. And I would also add that I'm very sure there are other teams who would love to take a flyer on Derek Carr right now.
Yeah.
I really do.
Now, by the other token, though, I'd like to see what Peterman can do as a backup.
Oh well, I mean, if it calls for that, then why not? I mean, but I don't like playing. So
I think you're talking stupid bringing Peterman in as a backup. Derek Carr's your man.
Well, no. I'm just saying if Derek Carr gets hurt, I think.
Carr's the starter.
I think that Nathan Peterman is the best backup we have on this team, and he's not even on the roster yet. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's back up to last year when Aaron Rodgers went out and Mike McCarthy brought Brett Huntley in, played for 7 games, was the worst friggin' quarterback Green Bay's ever seen. So it's all coaching.
There you go.
Right.
Hey,
one more quick point, because I'm sure other people want to call in.
Okay.
I myself personally, I do like the receivers that we have now on the team. I think they are young, but I think there's a lot of potential there, a lot of upside. We saw some today.
That's right.
So
Your running game,
not really.
your tight ends, your receivers, I don't care how you want to label them by position. Whoever catches the damn ball, whoever runs with the ball, you guys are spot on.
Yeah.
Defense wins games. Ask Trent Dilfer. End of subject.
That's right. Hey,
I'm not disagreeing. You two said, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, good hearing from you, brother. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
You keep calling in. Get me those Georgia callers in there, too.
I'll try to do that. You guys have a good rest of your evening, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. Line is open. Always good here. I see Vicky. Vicky, I'd love to hear from you, hon.
Can we tone it down a little bit, dude? He's good.
Ooh.
Gotta get it for work tomorrow.
Okay. I'm being a little loud. As a matter of fact, how long have we been on?
Hour.
How long have we been on?
An hour.
An hour? Okay. That's a good stopping point. Okay. Folks, because I'm at a house, I'm going to kindly say thank you for calling in. Thank you for watching. Vicky has it. The defense took the day off. Vicky, spot on, honey. Spot on.
You got it.
And having said that, I want to personally thank with all my people here. Give me a hug. Thank you to Mr. Wayne Sargent. Remember, go to his website. Go ahead there, Wayne.
TheUltimatePackerFan.com.
Okay, TheUltimatePackerFan.com.
Or just Google me, The Ultimate Packer Fan.
Yeah, great guy. You know, and if you're ever up here, make sure you give a shout. You know, if you're up here for a game for somebody else. Obviously, the Raiders are not coming up here for 8 years.
And watch your football games because me and Captain Jack filmed a commercial today for Fanatics.
Yeah, Fanatics Sports. Yeah,
NFL apparel. So it's going to be coming on the screen soon. So watch for me and Captain Jack.
Yeah. So if you see that Vicky's going to buy you a Raider jersey.
I love you, Vicky.
Hey guys, thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm gonna get my butt home tomorrow. I will be on Thursday and again on Sunday in Houston. So give me some time to do that. And Vicky, I'm definitely looking forward to my home cooked meal in LA. Vicky's gonna cook me some home cooked meal.
Awesome, Vicky. Send me an email. TheUltimatePackerFan.com.
That's right. Y'all take care. We'll see you on the next show. Be wonderful and
God bless.
God bless. There you go.